So today I want to talk about my game development journey in the year 2025 and the struggles which I faced in the previous year and how I overcame them. So one struggle which I wanted to talk about was the shiny object syndrome. So what is a shiny object syndrome? In my case, it's basically jumping from one project to the next without completing the previous one. So getting deviated to a different idea, to a new idea, getting attracted to it, and ditching the old project. So last year, I struggled with this. I worked on three prototypes, and I didn't stick to any of them. I had to ditch the previous prototypes to start the new one. So the first prototype was basically I'll cite out the reasons on what I faced when I started working on these prototypes. So the first prototype was basically a melee combat where I wanted to make a game like Shifu. So when I started working on the project, the ambitions were very high. The expectations were over the roof. So when I started working on it, I realized how underwhelming the results were. I wanted to make a game like Shifu with butter smooth combat, which has a butter smooth combat, and my game it didn't feel that way. So as a result, I felt demotivated, and I started looking for other to work on another game. So that made me move towards my second prototype. In the second prototype, it was basically like a bow and arrow game where I started to work on the bow and arrow mechanic of the game. But when I started, I'm a programmer and I'm good with programming, but not so good with other aspects of the game dev space. So as a result, with the bow and arrow, I started working on the game animation sample in Unreal, and I had to learn how animation systems work, and with the complexity of it, that made me move away from that prototype. So yeah, the bow and arrow mechanic required a lot of animations, and I was not ready to invest so much time in it. So I had to move to the third prototype. So in the third prototype, it was a total opposite. I wanted to make a simulation game. I wanted to keep things simple. So I started working simple on simple aspects of simulation. So basically, I wanted to simulate something which I faced during the COVID lockdown time. So I started working on the mechanics of my lockdown period in the home. I wanted to simulate a small home. But what happened was when I implemented the features, it was not as attractive as I thought it would be. So as a result, I had to ditch that project too. So from all these projects, what I realized was I was chasing perfection. I wanted it to be a perfect experience. So with the current coming to the current project, this has been the longest which I have been working on for quite some time. Even though I have not been regular, but I have been trying to put in my time and effort to it. So what I realized was the first solution is don't chase perfection. Always, my idea was to complete a game. That's all I want to do. Even I don't care about the quality of the game. I just want to complete it from the prototype phase to the end phase. So I started working on it, and that has helped me. Keeping the expectations low has helped me. The second aspect was keeping things fresh. So in the beauty about game development is you get to work on so many different things that you can keep your interests and the spark alive. So that's what helped me in this current game which I'm working on. I worked on different features, and when I'm losing interest on one feature, I used to jump to the next feature and try to work on that particular part. For example, there's a particular feature in the game called the yoga feature. Like, I had to implement a yoga feature in the game. So once I was done with that, I was drained out. I didn't want to work on the game, but I looked at it from a different angle. What if I learn about AI, which is pretty new to me? So I started learning about AI behavior trees, how it works, and I implemented two AIs in the game, which kept the interest alive. So if I lost interest in the AI space, then I started working on the level design part of the game. So I tried to understand how the level design works. In this way, I was able to work on the same project but with different angles. And in that way, I've been consistent on the project, which has helped me. And the third thing which helped me is be comfortable with the underwhelming feeling. So when I'm underwhelmed, I'm sure, like, as you know, chasing a creative endeavor, it's not always a bed of roses. You always feel underwhelmed. You have something in your mind, you picture something in your mind, but the final product is a totally different game. So you lose interest on it. That's what I faced with my three prototypes. I had a different image on my mind, and when it came out in the, like, in the real world, it was underwhelming. That's what happened with me with all my projects. So with this project, even though the output is underwhelming, I'm okay with it. I'm okay if the product is okay, like underwhelming. I just want to complete the game. That's what I'm chasing now. These three aspects help me a lot in keeping me in my current project. And I want to see it to the finished state, like I told you. So if you guys want to follow along, please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I'll try to be consistent with the videos on the challenges which I face, on the highs, the lows, and the victories, the defeats, everything. And it would be great if you could support me in this journey. Thank you.